That's where we describe growth across the spiritual, physical, intellectual, emotional, and social dimensions of life. How do you see these dimensions aligning with Kabbalah? What little understanding you might have at this point of Teilhard's Omega Point, and really supporting authentic spiritual development?
Sure. I mean, I think we're very much aligned on this. Kabbalah doesn't, that's why Kabbalah has been studied by Spinoza and Newton, Isaac Newton, all these people who are in the physical world and scientists. Because when you study the Zohar, which I'm going to get you, we're going to work on it so you could study it and go, oh my God, this is so abstruse. Uh, uh, um, but uh, we look at, I think, I don't know if Kabbalah came up with the idea of holism, but everything is holistic. Everything affects everything else. Of course, you start with the spiritual, but of course, the physical is important too. Um, and the intellectual is very important, right? Like it's important to learn and to learn in the physical what's going on in the world, right? And keep studying. Same with emotional. All these things matter because if your emotions are unbalanced, how can you lead a spiritual? How can you share if you're depressed? Right? So like for instance, I have depression in my family. It's in my DNA. I've also suffered from long bouts of depression. And I had to learn how to I went to therapy also, but I learned different techniques to help me balance my emotional state because I can't do my work if I'm depressed. So I've learned how to, and I've recognized this when I'm getting a little bit depressed, what happens, and then I have techniques I use. So Kabbalah wholeheartedly believes in this stuff because you can't transform the world if you're depressed. Okay. It's very difficult. Um, and same thing with physicality. If you're sick, let's say if we see a spiritual teacher and he or she is sickly, we'll judge them. Like, even though some of these people come with like sickly bodies and that's their tikkun, to be spiritual in spite of the fact that they have a sickly body, right? Whatever, right? So, but for most of us, thank God, and people who are listening to this, we need to appreciate that, most of your viewers probably see, can stand up, can move their hands, can hear, can talk. We're 99% pretty healthy, all right? Overall, even though we may have different ailments and so forth. So, very important to appreciate your body. Your body is your temple. And that's what we're also talking about starting with yourself. Kabbalah wholeheartedly believes in taking care of this body that suffers so much in this world, right? It's hard to be a body in this world. So, we have to take care of it because it lets us do our work, our spiritual work. Without the body, we're just a soul in the upper worlds flying around. Great, that's a great place. But the work is here in the physical world. Kabbalah makes this very clear in what we call the physical world, even though most of it it really doesn't exist. It's a matrix, right? Because at the subatomic level, it's all just atoms, neutrons, and protons flying around. This all really, in a way, doesn't exist. It's a movie. But in this movie, um, we have this physical body and we have to take really good care of it. And all of these things too, take care of yourself emotionally, um, and also socially. It's the last one. It's also, like this woman who I spoke about who thought she could go and do her spiritual work by herself. Very hard to do that. And maybe there was a time for that. There was a time when a guru can go to the top of the mountain. Still people try to do that, right? They go to the top of a mountain and they meditate. Nothing wrong with that, but are you changing the world like that? Maybe something, right? Your consciousness is affecting other people's consciousness, but we have to go into the muck, into the mud. Rabbi Berg called it, the butts. This world is mud. It's like trudging through mud. And so we have to be there with other people and try to be as spiritual as you can, whatever that means for you, to help elevate other people and help other people elevate. So I think we're very much aligned in this.